What if I told you that you could go from zero to conversational in a brand new language in just 6 months? Not textbook fluent, not I can order coffee level. I mean actually having real conversations, understanding native speakers, and thinking in that language. Sounds impossible. It's not. People do this all the time, polyglots, expats, even busy professionals with full-time jobs. The secret isn't talent. It isn't being good at languages. It's having the right system. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly how to learn any language in 6 months, step by step. Stick around till the end, because I'm also going to share the biggest mistakes that keep people stuck for years instead of months. Let's get into it. Before we talk strategy, we need to talk mindset, because this is where most people fail before they even start. Myth number 1. I need to learn grammar first. Wrong. Babies don't learn grammar rules before they speak. They absorb patterns through exposure. You'll learn grammar naturally as you go, and you'll actually understand it better once you've heard it in context 100 times. Myth 2. I need a huge vocabulary before I can speak. Also wrong. You only need about 1,000 to 1,500 words to handle most everyday conversations. That's it. Quality over quantity. Myth 3. I'm too old, or I don't have the language gene. There's no such thing as a language gene. What separates fast learners from slow ones is time invested and method, not innate talent. Here's the real mindset you need. Think of this like training for a marathon, not memorizing for an exam. Consistency beats intensity. 20 minutes every single day will get you further than 3 hours once a week. Let's break the 6 months into 4 phases. Phase 1. Foundation, weeks 1 to 4. Your only goal here is exposure and basic survival phrases. Learn the top 100 to 300 most common words in your target language. These words make up a huge percentage of everyday speech. Learn basic sentence patterns, greetings, questions, simple statements. Start listening daily, even if you understand nothing. Podcasts, music, shows, just get your ears used to the sounds and rhythm of the language. Use a spaced repetition app like Anki or a flashcard system to lock in vocabulary. Goal by end of month 1. You can introduce yourself, ask simple questions, and recognize common words when you hear them. Phase 2. Building blocks, weeks 5 to 10. Now we start combining words into real communication. Push your vocabulary to around 500 to 800 words. Start using the language actively, not just absorbing it. Write simple sentences. Talk to yourself in the language. Find a language exchange partner or tutor and have your first real conversations, even if they're clumsy. Watch content with subtitles in the target language, not your native one. This trains your brain to connect sound to meaning directly. Goal by end of month 2.5. You can have a basic conversation about your day, your interests, and simple opinions. Phase 3. Immersion mode, weeks 11 to 18. This is where things accelerate fast. Increase your speaking practice to several times a week, ideally daily. Start consuming native content without subtitles, podcasts, YouTube channels, shows made for native speakers, not learners. Focus on grammar now that you have context for it. You'll notice patterns you've already heard, and the rules will finally click. Try thinking in the language during simple daily tasks. Narrate what you're doing in your head. Goal by end of month 4.5. You can hold extended conversations, understand most everyday speech, and express more complex ideas, even if imperfectly. Phase 4. Refinement, weeks 19 to 26. The final stretch is about polishing and expanding. Focus on nuance, idioms, slang, tone, cultural context. Read books, articles, or watch films fully in the target language. Get consistent feedback from native speakers on your mistakes. This is where most improvement happens. Push yourself into harder conversations, debates, storytelling, humor. Goal by end of month 6. Real conversational fluency. You won't sound like a native, and that's fine, but you'll think, joke, and express yourself naturally. No matter what phase you're in, these 5 habits need to happen every single day. 1. Listening, minimum 30 minutes a day. Podcasts during your commute, shows while you cook, music while you work out. Passive exposure trains your ear even when you're not actively studying. 2. Active vocabulary review, 10 to 15 minutes. Spaced repetition is non-negotiable. Your brain forgets new words fast unless you review them at increasing intervals. 3. Speaking practice, even if it's just to yourself. Speaking is a skill, not knowledge. You can know every word in a language and still freeze up when you need to speak. The only fix is speaking, out loud, often, badly at first. 4. Reading. Start simple, build up. Children's books, then graded readers, then real articles. Reading reinforces grammar and vocabulary simultaneously. 5. Real conversation, at least 2 to 3 times a week, ideally more. This is the single highest leverage activity. Nothing accelerates learning like real-time conversation with a native speaker or fluent partner. You don't need 50 apps. You need a few that do their job well. Spaced repetition app like Anki for vocabulary retention. A language exchange platform to find conversation partners. A structured course or textbook for grammar grounding, especially in the early phase. Native content sources, podcasts, YouTube, shows, for immersion. A tutor, even just once or twice a week, for structured feedback and accountability. The tool matters less than the consistency. A free app used daily beats an expensive course used once a month. Let's talk about what derails people. Mistake 1. Perfectionism. Waiting until you feel ready to speak means you'll never speak. Mistakes are part of the process, not a sign of failure. Mistake 2. Passive learning only. Watching videos about the language without actually practicing it is comfortable, but it won't make you fluent. You have to actively produce the language, speaking and writing, not just consume it. Mistake 3. Inconsistency. Studying intensely for a week, then stopping for 2 weeks, resets your progress more than people realize. 20 minutes daily beats 5 hours once a week, every time. Mistake 4. Avoiding speaking until you feel good enough. This is the single biggest fluency killer. Speak from week 1, even if it's just a few words. Confidence comes from repetition, not preparation. Mistake 5. Studying the language instead of using it. There's a difference between learning about a language and actually living in it. Spend more time using the language for real purposes, texting a friend, watching a show, ordering food, than studying it in the abstract. 6 months sounds short, but when you stack daily habits, listening, speaking, reviewing, reading, the progress compounds fast. The people who succeed aren't smarter or more gifted. They just show up every single day and they speak from day one instead of waiting to feel ready. If you start today, in 6 months, you could be having real conversations in a language that used to feel completely out of reach. If this helped you, drop a comment with the language you're learning right now, I'd love to know. And if you want a follow-up video breaking down the best resources for your specific language, let me know below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't quit. Rise with Rody.